Real Madrid sneakily watch Arsenal player at World Cup as transfer stance emerges. Arsenal have confirmed the signing of Piero Hincapié from Bayer Leverkusen, but other clubs are also sniffing around the Ecuador international. Arsenal have no plans to consider any potential offers for Piero Hincapié after triggering their option to sign the 24-year-old. The Ecuador international has been tracked by Real Madrid and Barcelona in recent months. However, he's not for sale, they're putting pen to paper on a long-term contract with the Premier League champions. Real Madrid's chief scout Juni Califat is understood to have watched Hincapié in person in Philadelphia against Ivory Coast at the World Cup. The Gunners' starlet had a tough evening against Liverpool target Yendi Omondi, who caused all sorts of problems with his rapid pace. Califat also supposedly attended Morocco's 1-1 draw against Brazil in New Jersey, where he watched Arsenal target Ayau Bordi up close. Real Madrid want to sign a left-sided centre-back to bolster Jose Mourinho's squad following David Alaba's departure, and Hincapié is one of the names on their radar. Arsenal have no interest in a sale though, and other options are also on their shortlist, including Manchester City ace Ruben Dias. The Spanish giants also looked at Ricardo Calafiori ahead of the window before signing Marc Cucurella from Chelsea. Hincapié, who started the Champions League final and won a Player of the Month awards at Arsenal last season, joins the Gunners for an initial £34.45 million, €40 million plus €5.17 million, €6 million in add-ons. Mikel Arteta's side also agreed to pay a £5.17 million, €6 million loan fee when negotiating the deal last summer, while the Bundesliga outfit will also have a 10% sell-on clause. Thursday was certainly a good day for Hincapié. First, his permanent transfer to Arsenal was formally announced by both clubs before he later helped Ecuador qualify for the round of 32 of the World Cup, where Lottery could yet meet England in Atlanta. Arsenal had also tracked Germany international left-back Nathaniel Brown, who is now set to join Bayern Munich from Eintracht Frankfurt in a deal worth £47.35 million. With Miles Lewis-Skelly likely to complete a permanent switch into midfield, Arsenal appear open-minded about strengthening their left-back options. However, it's not an area of burning priority, as Lewis-Skelly can still slot in when required. Hincapié and Calafiori can also both provide cover for Gabriel Magalhaes at centre-back. Leverkusen published a club statement on Thursday, which read, "The conditions for the purchase option were met and defender Hincapié will therefore continue his career with the London club in the Premier League in the coming years." Spanish giants Real Madrid and Barcelona have monitored the 24-year-old in recent months. However, he's simply not for sale, but penning a long-term contract with the Gunners. Mirror Football understands Real Madrid's chief scout, Juni Califat, was at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia to watch Hincapié in action at the World Cup against Ivory Coast on June 14th. Intriguingly, he had a rough evening against Liverpool wide target Yendi Omondi, who utilised his speed to cause the versatile Arsenal left-back real problems down the channel. Califat has attended several World Cup matches to check on potential targets. He was also in New Jersey on June 13th to watch Ayau Bordi, whom the Gunners also admire, feature for Morocco in their 1-1 draw with Brazil. Los Blancos are looking to add a new left-sided centre-back to Jose Mourinho's squad following David Alaba's departure. Hincapié is firmly appreciated, but as reported, Arsenal have no interest in a sale, and other options are also on their shortlist, including Manchester City's Ruben Dias. Real Madrid are believed to have lodged an inquiry with Ricardo Calafiori's agent Alessandro Lucci at the start of the window, prior to signing Marc Cucurella from Chelsea, but their interest was never followed up. Hincapié, who made 41 appearances in all competitions for the Premier League champions last term, joins the Gunners for an initial 34 points for £5 million, €40 million, plus £5.17 million, €6 million, in bonuses following an excellent loan spell at 5. Arsenal also agreed a £5.17 million, €6 million loan fee with Leverkusen last summer when negotiating the deal. Additionally, the Bundesliga outfit will have a 10% sell-on clause moving forward. Thursday was certainly a productive day for Hincapie. First, his permanent transfer to Arsenal was announced before he helped Ecuador qualify for the round of 32 of the World Cup with a 2-1 win over Kai Havertz's Germany at the MetLife Stadium. Mikel Arteta's side had also tracked Germany left-back Nathaniel Brown, who is now set to join Bayern Munich from Eintracht Frankfurt in a £47.35 million deal, but they were never likely to bid. They remain well stocked at left-back, though Miles Lewis-Skelly now looks set to make a permanent switch into midfield. Hincapie and Calafiori will also be needed as centre-back cover to ease the burden on Gabriel Magalhaes next term, following a grueling 63-game season. Leverkusen said in a club statement on Thursday, the conditions for the purchase option were met and defender Hincapie will therefore continue his career with the London club in the Premier League in the coming years.